life story of Aage Andreas Langkilde. His father, Casper Langkilde, was a noted attorney in Denmark. However, the name Langkilde originates from Langkilde Gard in Denmark. It means a farm, which was a large estate that the Langkildes had. They were associated with royalty. His mother was named Johanna Fredrika Stanislawska Syberg Petersen, who was born on Ulriksholm, March 28, 1835. Her father was known as Master of the Hunt Rasmus Petersen, and his wife was Ernestine Josephine Fredrika Syberg. Ulriksholm was a beautiful estate built in part by the King of Denmark and his son as a resort close to the ocean. I understand it's being used now primarily for large wedding receptions and various special events. Aage's elementary school principal said he is a boy with fine and strong body and well talented. He is a lively soul that sometimes can be too lively, but the ground of him is strong. This is the house he lived in as a young lad. He started his seagoing career in 1883 at the age of 14. He started out as a deck boy on a Copenhagen boat, and after 4 years traveling Europe, South America, and various British ships, he also traveled in India and Australian trade and all over Europe. He arrived in San Francisco in May of 1889. There he began navigation school in 1891, where he received a master's certificate of competency for sail ships. In 1908, he started steamboating, was a master officer of the SS Shasta until 1918. May 16, 1918, he was appointed commanding officer of the USS Oakland and East Coast and Mediterranean services. 1919, he was relieved from active duty, was made master of various ships in European and China trade until 1921, when he joined the Columbia River Bar Pilots Association and lived in Astoria, Oregon. He retired from service in 1939. He rejoined the pilot service again January 1st in 1942, again retiring in 1946. He married Anna Gertrude Iverson in Oakland, California on May 16, 1900. She was a daughter of a shipmaster, Johannes Christian Iverson. They had 3 children, Alvin, Valeria, and Myrtle. The 3 children were raised and grew up on the ships. They must have had quite a time. They had their home, toys, and everything on board. Quite a way to have a young life. This is a picture of the Ludlow, which he sailed from Seattle in the Puget area down to San Pedro, California in the lumber business. The family lived on this ship for quite a few years, and it became a home to them. This is Captain Langkilde at his desk on the Ludlow with his wife together. This is a picture of Vera and Myrtle, and then we have Alvin and his sister with their little puppy. Here are some more pictures of life on the Ludlow, not only during regular season, but in the cold, dark, snowy winter months, which must have been really something. One thing everybody had to enjoy. This is a picture of Myrtle and Vera in Oakland, California during Easter when they were 14 and 15 years old. This is Aage, Vera, and Gertrude in Astoria, Oregon, 1923. This is a ranch house in Orlinco, Oregon, outside of Portland. Aage Langkilde bought it for Alvin in the early 1930s. Vera, Prentice, Dick, and Sally lived there while Vera was pregnant with Trudy. That's Trudy Stewart today. This is the little house of Captain Iverson, which he built. Vera, Myrtle, Alvin, and Anna Gertrude Langkilde are in front of it. This house was built after the little house in 1910 or 11. Grandma Iverson, Myrtle, Alvin, and Vera are in front of it. Here's pictures of Myrtle and Vera Langkilde when they were young on the beach, and this one's probably in Astoria. This is Myrtle Langkilde and Grandpa Iverson's white steamer. There's a picture of Captain Langkilde standing at attention in one of his uniforms at a young age. Here he is with his wife. And now we have a picture with Captain Iverson and his wife on ship. And then we have Grandpa Langkilde and his wife again outside. This is a picture of Vera and Prentice Stewart, known as Pick, in 1924 in Astoria, Oregon. This is Alvin and Zeta Langkilde, my mom and dad. Another picture of Captain Langkilde in uniform. Here we have the Stein House in 1901, which they identified on the outside Langkilde as a bar pilot and one of the owners. This is the house that Aage Langkilde lived in Astoria, Oregon. The address is 501 10th Street. And here's Aage and his wife and 3 children. This is the house as it presently is in 2009 when we visited. Another picture of the house. You can all see my grandfather standing above on the balcony. Here's another one with one of their cars in front of it. This is an interior picture of the house. As you'll notice, it's quite well decorated with some old furnishings. It still looks the same today on the inside. Here's a picture of the den with my grandfather in it. And we have one come up here of the music room. And notice the picture at the top and the vase. We have those today in the family. I believe Christina has them. Again, the fireplace between the 2 windows. And then we have also adjoining the music room some other pictures. Very well done for this old house. My grandfather here is with his wife and as a captain and as a Coast Guard member. Aage was also a member of the Columbia River Bar Pilots with my dad. They're the only 2 that I'm aware of where you have a father and son combination in that organization. They're well established in the museum there in Astoria. My grandfather, after retiring in the early 1940-41 time frame, built a yacht and spent all his energy and money to it called the Manitou. Here's my mother and Aunt Myrtle on the Manitou. It meant a lot to him. Here's a picture of the Manitou near Catalina Island in 1941. Another one with the yacht in the harbor. This is another one at Catalina Island in the sunset. There were several articles written about my grandfather and a Manitou, which would be of interest to you. After my mother divorced Alvin, my father, Aage took care of him under his stroke conditions until he died on May 31st, 1956. Alvin was placed in a rest home in California, and he died February 16th, 1968. This is my grandfather holding me as a young baby with my 7-year-old sister. Truly, the hearts of the fathers shall turn to the sons, and the sons to the fathers.